What's up?
Nothing.
You about to say something? Okay, sorry. I thought you were looking like you were about to like.
No, I had nothing to say.
Sure. But yeah,
I'm in a podcast right now. I got absolutely nothing to say.
Yeah, I have nothing to say.
I set up all these microphones for a reason and then just forgot what it was. Welcome to the Emergent Gamer Podcast. This is Felix Hergood, and I'm here with the rest of the EG crew.
Hello.
hey.
I'm focusing on the sound your mouth made when you opened it, but before you said the first syllable.
Well, I when I bring the show in, remember how I get real loud when I'm like first talking? I was trying to like mute that a little bit.
Trying to dial back.
I was dialing back.
What episode is this, by the way?
This is 161.
All right, just wanted to make sure we got that logistical
Yeah, but
stuff out of the way.
I've been wanting to dial that back because, man, I'm just like, I'm always like, welcome to the Emergent Gamer Podcast.
You like not know, you like don't know how loud you're going to be.
Yeah, I don't know what my volume is.
He doesn't know what his voice is going to be. Who are you?
This is Felix Hergood. Yeah.
And where can we find you?
Twitch.tv/Felix Hergood and Mixer.com/Felix Hergood. Currently, I've been taking a week off, but I'm probably coming back this week. I don't know yet.
Okay. Hey, listen, if you're enjoying the break, take it, man.
No, the break was so that I can add things back to my stream, like the notifications and this kind of stuff, like the overlay stuff. And like, I just haven't had time to do it. I've been so busy.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you play a game all day.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm fully aware of the time that has been squandered.
Okay. Who we got across from me?
What's up? It's Trip Zero, guys. I am Trip Zero TV everywhere.
This is Locke and Key. You could find me on Twitter at Locke_Key, and you can find me on Mixer at Mixer.com/Locke and Key.
It's your boy Neo Ayoshi. You can find me at Twitter at Neo_Ayoshi.
Neo Ayoshi.
Neo Ayoshi, no underscore.
This is a new thing you're trying?
Just seeing how it goes.
Okay.
He's doing like a new accent here.
I don't know.
I don't know if I like
appreciate
that.
it.
No, I don't.
All right,
like
I'll dial it back.
Dial that back, won't you?
I do appreciate being here at the same table. Last week we did the remote episode, which
Changing it up.
so convenient.
So convenient.
So cool. But like, I can't comment on the way Felix says something because like you're on the internet and you have to like wait a second so you don't like step on someone's dialogue and it sounds like too robot-y or I can actually hear what Neo is saying.
You drop out for like a minute and a half.
Our listeners did not get to hear that last week.
I was impressed with your editing skills.
Yeah, I edited all of your failings. Your failures.
We're gonna blame Verizon on that one.
his failures.
I said
his internet failures.
I said failings.
You just straight up said we edited out all of your failures.
Yeah.
This is what you said to him.
I'm just kidding, Neo.
And you were the one talking about us being too mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I said something like, guys, I think we were being too mean. I'm going to just edit around this. But
because it probably did just sound like we were just making fun of him.
We were just all laughing, and I don't know.
At the situation.
Put it back.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't
stupid.
Yeah.
It was
No,
funny.
but I was worried that people weren't going to see
you
it
didn't want them to
situation.
misperceive the situation.
Exactly.
I understand.
But anyway.
So what have you been up to?
Oh, I'm going to go first. Perfect.
You don't have to. I mean, I could.
No, it's okay.
Right.
Mostly,
stop pulling the curtain back. Okay.
Mostly,
so much.
Mostly, I've been consciously putting myself through the Chinese water torture that Ubisoft is making in video games, and twofold. One, I finally reached a boss fight on hard. My second boss fight actually on hard in Far Cry 5 off stream, and then I played the new Ghost Recon Splinter Cell crossover today.
Right.
That I'm curious about.
Yeah, with Diamond Jab.
I think I'm really upset I didn't buy Wildlands.
Really? Because we did have that opportunity.
I regret it. I really
do.
There's
You regret
going to
it?
be another moment.
There's going to be another sale.
There's going to be another sale again.
Sale.
Summer sale's coming up.
Summer sale is coming up.
I don't know if I'm going to buy it. I'll watch you guys.
I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to throw you
go
off.
ahead and
I
talk.
just
No.
I appreciate their them using other IP to do special events for the game. Like I think that's really cool. I don't think enough. I don't think enough games have special modes and stuff, but like introducing Sam Fisher.
Having the Predator.
The Predator. Like, all that seems... And I feel like on a PC, it would be so much fun.
Well, in Final Fantasy 15, you got the Assassin's Creed event they had. Like, they're starting these weird crossovers.
They have another event coming up in that, too. Another crossover event.
I think you can get a Half-Life outfit.
15.
You can get a Half-Life outfit.
You can,
for the PC version.
Yeah, I think...
That's it. That was it.
The next sale, I'm already convinced. The next sale, I'm going to just do it. All right,
we're doing it.
We're going to do it.
I'll do it.
It's fine. Man, I had a great thought.
You're putting yourself through the mental vice, the Chinese water torture, as you called it.
I was in the Discord for EG, and someone asked me just before we went live earlier today, somebody said to me, is Wildlands any good alone?
Right.
That's what the question was asked.
I saw that. It's right here.
And I would argue that...
Join our Discord.
Wildlands is a much more manageable experience when you're playing alone because you have 3 AI and they basically, in most cases, don't really do anything like brazen, like a random player that you're playing with. You know, like today, shout out, I was live on Diamond Jab stream.
Right.
Now, Diamond Jab is doing what you're doing, Locke. He completely dropped Twitch.
Did he?
He's now doing Mixer only.
That's awesome. Good for him.
Nice.
So he's growing towards his first 100 follows on Mixer. So
nice.
Yeah, anyone out there who's a Mixer,
I didn't realize
Mixer
that
fan,
he's switched over to Mixer, so I'll make sure to drop him a follow over there.
Yeah. So anyone out there who's a Mixer fan, check Diamond Jab out. But we were playing live today, and he's great. You know, like we coordinate really well. Like he and I have like a good synergy when we're going back and forth trying to coordinate like where we're going to be and stuff.
Sure.
Like I've played with other people and this is just a different day. You know, it's a different experience. When I'm playing with Diamond Jab, it was like very strategic. He wants me to figure out, call out where I'm going to be and everything like that.
Sure.
But I also play with Adrenaline. And Adrenaline wants to like coordinate shots, but me and Diamond Jab were trying to figure out how to infiltrate together. So it's a different experience with whoever you play, but you still get a great experience when you play this game completely alone because you have the 3 AI guys.
You can command them and everything, right?
You can command them. You have this thing called sync shot where you can mark targets and then they'll shoot for you. Mm-hmm. Usually you can get 4 guys down. You have all 3 of your guys shoot a sync and then you shoot one. So 4 total guys would go down. Mm-hmm. And some of these bases have anywhere from 10 to like 40 dudes in them, depending on how large their defense is. But anyway, today's event, I have not been able to get even past the first mission at all. And I haven't even been able to do the first mission. I haven't been able to start the event.
Is it like stealth? Is it heavy on stealth?
It's
I have so many questions.
It is very. He was complaining about this before we got on the stream. Which obviously it is because it's Sam Fisher.
Right, and that's what I expected, right?
So there's a couple of things that you have, right? A bunch of tools that you have that make stealth a little bit easier, right? Your ability to you fly a drone up and the drone can go in the air and you can see where all the guys are. You have rebels that you could bring in who support you by aiding in distraction. You have silenced weapons. There's a bunch of various perks you can unlock that make you more quiet. The only one, of course, Felix didn't unlock is silent running. Because he didn't want that one.
Like the most important one.
Silent running.
He didn't want that one.
And more silence when crouching or prone.
Right.
Those 2 I have not maxed out.
Now you haven't in base game, in regular Wildlands you haven't.
Well, in base game and then in this event because whatever I had carries in.
That's
this
what I'm
event.
saying. So you could unlock these tiers go play the regular game, unlock those tiers, and then bounce back to the event.
In fact, when you reach level 30, you unlock tier mode. And contrary to popular belief, a lot of people think tiers go from 1 to 50, like in a normal game with prestige or whatever. It actually starts at 50. So you get to 30, and it says you want to use tier mode, turn it on. And if you go to the tier mode section and turn it on, you're now at level 50 tier.
Gotcha.
Right? But then that builds to tier 1. So you rank up going backwards down the numbers. So I've now reached tier 32. I'm at
So
tier
one's
32.
like the best tier.
One's the best.
Okay,
One's
gotcha.
the highest you can get.
Interesting that
Tier
they
1.
shows that.
So you've went from 50 to 1 32 times.
No, I've gone from 50 to 32. That's it. Just counting down.
Okay, so tier. Oh, so
It's
once
a
you
level-
get
a
to
reverse
once you get
leveling.
to well, I got that, but I thought it was like
So you go 1 to 30.
I
and
thought
then,
when you said prestige, that's for people that play Call of Duty. That's a little deceiving because
I know. Sorry.
you don't get to tier 1. You're done. No more leveling ever. You're done.
As far as I know.
Gotcha.
You're not-
The
it's
way
not
that
gonna
I
reset
was
once
the
I
way
get
that
to
I
it.
was interpreting it is you get to level 30. You're now at tier 1. You go 50 through 1, then you hit tier 2, 50 through 1. You go
No,
to
no,
tier
no, no, no,
3,
not
50.
like that, no.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, it's just basically it levels much slower than 1 through 30.
Makes
So
sense.
when you do 1 through 30, you reach 30, then you have 50 levels that
keep going.
to go through that just take longer to complete.
Gotcha.
So anyway, so I'm playing it with tier mode turned on. Here's the cool thing about tier mode: you can turn it off. You can go back to playing the game like normal, right?
So the tier mode makes everything harder.
Well, that's not in my case. That's not true. That would be true if somebody played normal mode, like difficulty. If they played normal difficulty for the regular game, when they get to tier mode, all that tier mode does. Hold on,
I'm
he's scratching his eyes.
He's just trying to interpret.
I'm listening.
Oh, you're all right.
I'm good. I'm good.
But if
Trying
if you
to-
play,
what the fuck is the point of the system? But I'm sure.
well, I mean,
gonna
when you
make
get to
sense in the
tier
end.
mode, you unlock more experience and you unlock interesting weapons. When I got to tier 40, I unlocked it's called like the desert something sniper rifle, and it blows up cars. It blows up every vehicle that I shoot. Like it's amazing.
You lose access to those if you flip back to the old system, but
No,
you don't lose.
no. I
progress.
got the gun for making it to 40, and I'll have the gun even if I turn it off. But
Okay.
tier mode, if
Why
it's
would you
on,
not turn this off? Like, why? What's the benefit of not using the system?
well, if you keep it on, you level up and get the further weapons. The more
Why
weapons.
would someone not want to do that?
Why would somebody not want to turn it off?
Yeah. What are the negatives of not using the system? What like
Let's
it
say
sounds like
understand the question.
sounds like you miss out on a lot if you don't.
Yeah,
do this.
you were saying if you wanted to use tier mode, but like, why would someone not want to use?
What are
tier
the
mode?
benefits of?
Oh, got it. If
what
somebody,
you're asking?
Yes,
if
yes,
somebody
thank
was
you.
playing something like this Ghost Recon experience,
Right.
The Splinter Cell Ghost Recon crossover thing, and they wanted to not have it as difficult, maybe they could turn it off,
Gotcha.
right?
So it does add difficulty to the enemies and the events that
Oh,
you're
yeah.
doing. Okay.
Well, because you said in my case, no.
Yeah, because I asked. that
Okay,
question
here's the
earlier.
reason I'm saying in my case no. So when you reach 50 and you start to progress through the tiers, they start to tell you each time you reach, like, I think it might be every 5, every 5th tier, it says we're going to force you to this game difficulty. So I started playing on the hardest game difficulty. I started playing on extreme from minute 1. I have not played the game any other way. So I forced from minute 1 extreme mode, which is something that ends up being forced upon you when you get into higher level tiers, but I'm already playing on it.
You're already used
Got
to
it.
So if I were to take the tier mode off, it wouldn't matter. I'm still on extreme difficulty.
Still on the hard. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people
Fully
play
on board.
Yeah, a lot of people play the normal game without tier mode on normal difficulty.
Right.
But I didn't do that because I'm
So-
fucking stupid, I guess. I don't know.
No, I mean we got there, man. We had to ask a few questions. But that's
Sorry,
okay.
yeah.
So you said you haven't you haven't been able to start the event yet.
No, because when I go in, they give you all these tools that you unlock as you play normal game, but all of them get stripped from you. And basically, the only way I figured out how to get to Sam Fisher is by using nothing but pure stealth, meaning no gadgets, no tools, no nothing. Just make sure you avoid the dude that's coming at you and make sure he doesn't see you.
Speaking my language, man.
Yeah, so it's all Metal Gear, like stay out of the cone wherever the cone might be. You can't see cones, but they're
mission.
Basically, use your night vision.
Fisher.
Use your night. The only thing I can use, the only gadget is I can call the local rebels, which will open up where people are on the map. Like it's like this quick scan they do of the area, and I can use that, and that can reveal where dudes are real quick. That's great. I unlocked that a lot. But like we tried everything today. First off, we didn't know where on the perimeter of the entire place would be a good starting point to go in. So we were just basically poking the bear. That's what I kept saying to him the whole time. All right, let's poke the bear again. And it's basically like, how are we going to get in to this bear?
Find
Because
the point
it's-
of entry.
Right, because
Yeah.
it's if basically the mission states that you got to be completely silent, you can't kill anybody, and you can't be seen. We were detected, I don't know, probably like 50 times today.
That's hot.
Game is just like, oh my God, it's grueling. But I finally off stream without him when I was playing with my AI, who, by the way, I didn't play with because I just sent them out in the field and had them stand around because they kept getting seen.
Sure.
I finally just snuck in, did the Metal Gear thing, got to Sam Fisher.
Cool. How was he?
Started the cutscene, and then the game goes into the whole base. The cutscene leads to, all right, now the whole base attacks you.
But you have no weapons and tools.
No, I have the tools, but up until that point, I couldn't use them because if I used them, they would reveal people.
Gotcha.
Like the people, I would be revealed on a map to people.
Gotcha.
Like I tried everything. I even tried diversion lures. I don't understand. It's supposed to divert people from me. I would throw a diversion lure and they would know where I am on the map. I don't understand why.
Shit.
It's because you're playing on extreme.
Well, half of it's also shitty. It's just like poor design on Ubisoft's part. Like, if I'm throwing a diversion lure, why do they just know where I am?
Citation needed.
And another thing is like there's a flare gun thing.
Yeah.
I can like fire a flare gun and it's supposed to draw their attention to the flare and they're not supposed to know where I am. In normal game, that works great. In this, I fire the flare gun. Yep, they know where I am again.
Sure.
So it's like,
That seems realistic to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
you fire a flare, they go, okay.
it was over there.
He's right
That guy
there.
did it. Yeah. So, all right. Well, you'd have to play it to be the judge. So I recommend anyone check it out.
Is
it's
this
free.
temporary? Is this temporary?
It's temporary. Not only is it temporary, but like you can only do it in a certain hour of the internal clock of the game.
can I be honest with you?
That's awful.
Everything you've talked about this game makes me never want to play it.
Why?
Just the leveling system seems so convoluted.
It's like I'm thinking of like a word not
mean, it's just-
arbitrary. No, I'm thinking like
just-
chaotic. No,
Well, you're
Something
talking
in
about
between
tier
there.
mode, or you're talking about just the normal? It's just one.
it's like the
through
way
30.
you unlock things. Well, it's got like a skill tree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
got
trying to remember from the beta. I
It's got
played
like
the beta.
perks you unlock, and
Yeah,
I mean, it's not much different than the new Assassin's Creed.
right.
I mean,
Except it's like a tactical shooter.
and you have weapon customization.
Trip. It reminds me honestly a lot of Metal Gear Solid 5,
It does,
except
probably
in a co-op
play it.
environment in an Ubisoft sandbox.
Sure.
Instead of a Kojima
Sure.
sandbox, you're getting the Ubisoft sandbox.
Sure.
But
You know what I mean?
I
I
mean,
mean, I don't think it sounds any more convoluted than any other shooter that exists right now. I mean, Destiny's leveling up system is fucking convoluted.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah. I mean, it just, you don't do, I'm not trying to shit on you, but you just don't do a good job of explaining it, so it makes it sound a whole lot worse than it probably actually
that's
is.
all right. Yeah, no, that's fair. I totally
But-
don't know what I'm
Because
talking
it sounds like, well, no, it's not that you don't know what you're talking about. I just think, like, when you start talking about tiers and the way in which you unlock things and then your difficulty, and then
about. Yeah,
it's like string theory trying to figure out how things connect. That's all.
it's
Sam
just
Fisher.
It's just a.
But you're having a great time though. That's what's important.
When I'm playing by myself, I'm having a good time. When me and Diamond Jab spend hours on this one thing, I mean, he even said to me at one point, he said, "Dude, maybe we should just play normal missions and just like not do this for a while." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right." And that's exactly the same experience I had, though. I should have known because that's the same experience I had with the Predator thing. It's like this free thing that everyone can play, but they're just making it super hard. Like that Predator was impossible. I got it by mistake. Like I got it because somebody else did it better than me, and I came in at the last minute. Like it's not because I had skill.
But isn't that a good thing? Like, shouldn't it be hard to take out the Predator?
Yeah. No, I agreed with that. And I
Right.
agree with it for this too. If you're going to play Splinter Cell, you got to do stealth. But I was, it's just hard to play that many hours and not accomplish a thing.
Oh, no, you're
that
absolutely
hurts.
right.
That
Yeah,
hurts.
it does hurt.
It is kind of cool though to have accomplished something that like I don't know, random number based on nothing. 10% of players
Sure.
have done. You know?
It's the same. It's the
I'm
same way why
sure-
like getting to the lighthouse in Destiny is an achievement.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 people I know IRL that have not gotten that Predator thing, and they tried. They tried with me, and I couldn't get it with them. But I got it. Well, Adrenaline, he's good. He knows what he's doing. But
Sure.
He knows what he's doing.
that's how I got it. But yeah, that's it.
So how long is this thing out for? How long is the event?
I don't know how long their events go for, but
According to this article on Polygon, it's to the 15th.
Gotcha.
It's the 10th now as of recording.
Yeah,
about a
like
week-
I don't
it's about a
think you
week-long
can.
event.
I don't think you can still play the Predator one. I think that's gone away.
That would make sense.
Yeah, so they
Makes sense.
want everyone to play this one. But it is cool that you can just turn it off, not play it, turn off tier mode,
Right.
and just go to other parts of the map if you need to chill out and not beat your head against the wall.
Wildlands it has a free weekend this weekend. You want to do a little Wildlands?
I think trying it out would be fantastic. Yeah,
I'm down to install
let's
that.
do
What a
that.
great movement these companies have been doing. with
Free
their
weekends.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, I mean, the first time that I got to play Siege on console was a free to play weekend. Mm-hmm.
I love the CODs do.
Yeah.
Call of Duties do that.
It's real good
Smart move.
because there's a ton of players like me that just won't buy the game ever because they don't know if they're going to actually play it.
Right.
and
You don't want
keep
to drop
playing
60
it,
on
you know?
it and then
Right.
God knows whatever else.
Right. Shit, it was on sale for like $10 like 2 weeks ago. And
I
I still
know.
didn't buy it.
I know.
But no, okay, cool. Free to play. I love
Let's
it.
do it.
I love
Check it out. Does that mean you'll probably gain access to the Sam Fisher thing?
Yes. Usually, it's the whole game is unlocked for you until a certain time of day when the weekend is over.
And that is exclusive to Steam thing, or
Steam does it. All, yes.
Yeah, but I mean, the consoles do free to play weekends too. I mean,
Yeah.
the
Like
first time I
Overwatch did it.
Yeah, Overwatch did it. Siege did it. Like, there's a bunch of games that do the free to play weekends. They're usually posted in the store on the splash page of said companies. You know,
did anyone ever play
OS.
in terms of gameplay? Did anyone ever play Mercenaries? I brought that up before, I think.
Mercenary.
It was like OG Xbox.
Yeah, it was an old
where you're basically I don't know what I just said. You're basically in a future, an alternate future where North Korea is like threatening the world with nuclear war, but like
An alternate future.
no, but like it's more like the Vietnam conflict where we've gone in and we've flown in.
I've never seen this game before. Say it was made by LucasArts.
yeah Pandemic.
Might have been, yeah. Pandemic, the studio that did Saboteur.
Yeah, I remember Mercenaries too.
Fucking Saboteur.
Yeah,
This
Somehow made it back.
made it back to the
He always
Saboteur.
finds a way
Try to inject that
just
game back into our
fucking
discussion.
Sneak Saboteur in.
It is though. That's the studio. But like Mercenaries is a lot like Ghost Recon. You have like targets that are hidden in the map, and you have to figure out where they are, and then you have to take them down. And most of them have to be taken down without death. You know, you don't kill
Right.
them. You instead grab them in some kind of like restraining way, put them in a vehicle, and then drive to a location to drop them off. And that's how Ghost Recon plays. It plays just like that.
Well, I mean, listen, if me and him play it together and we have a good time, I mean, then I have no problem buying it.
Yeah.
I'm not spending $60 on it.
Oh no!
No.
Excuse me, that's not what I meant.
I don't think I did.
The next time
I don't
there's a
rem-
flash sale and it's 80% off, then I'll buy it.
On it.
Yeah,
I'm on
but
that.
like I think playing it and then seeing if it's even worth my $10
Sure.
is
I
a
think
good idea.
I think I bought the game for $20 or $25.
And honestly, I watched a friend play the multiplayer, like the PvP.
That
and,
I didn't play.
and it looked good. Like it's 4v4, super tactical. You know, like
This first or
PUBG.
third person?
Third, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I play it anyway. But cool. We'll play it this weekend and report next week if we
Yeah.
get a chance to do it.
But that's it.
Trip.
Well, I'm still doing Metal Gear.
Yeah, but
Yes, you are.
Metal Gear Solid 4.
How's that going?
It's going great, dude. It's
Nice.
a lot of fun. Went through a lot of story last night. We might finish it tonight.
Okay.
If I can get on early enough and get enough
you
done.
say that, but then you're going to sit through the 2-hour finale of the game.
Shit.
So
Well, I am
plan
off
ahead.
tomorrow. So, like,
Oh, cool.
I could just let it rip. And as everyone just leaves my chat, I'll be like, just watch the VOD tomorrow if you really want to know what happens at the end. And then I'll start into the next game.
Damn,
Or
I would
the
love
next
this.
day.
If you're going on late, I won't be able to stay up and watch you finish.
I mean, I'm not making any promises one way or the other.
Cool.
But,
That would be good because you would have majority of the month to do 5.
Yeah.
Right? Because right after this, there's nothing. There's no side games after.
No,
oh, no,
there
you have
is.
Ground Zero.
It's hilarious.
I have Peace Walker,
I've
which
never even
was
heard of that.
it was a PSP game. They got remastered
I remembered you
for
were
the
saying this.
full-on console experience. So
Technically, it's a prequel to the Metal Gear Solid 5.
so I need
Yeah.
to go through Peace Walker.
And then you have Ground Zeroes.
I have Ground Zeroes, which I've played. Actually, have started that. I played about 30
that
minutes back in 2015 or something.
Yeah, I got that free on Xbox.
Yeah.
Because they did that. It was a free game.
Yep.
And then you'll get to 5.
Then it's 5. Ground Zeroes is like the opening mission 4 or 5. So
Right.
it's like I'll play that and just I won't do any of the extra shit. I'll
Okay,
just go
yeah,
right
I
into
was
the
going to
main.
ask you that because it's got all these other fun stuff.
Pure fucking story.
That's going to take you no time at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much just I call it 2 games left.
Nice. That's awesome, dude.
It's been fun.
I appreciate
it's been
your
a lot
commitment.
of fun.
I do too.
I can't stop now.
Oh, no. I mean, you'd be an asshole if you did.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's been a lot of fun.
I know your commitment.
Yeah.
I know what it's all about.
Yeah, it's great, dude, and it's been great for the stream too.
Yeah.
It's people are really digging
It's episodic.
that story.
Yeah.
You know, What else am I doing? I have been playing more Destiny 2 PC.
So what was really funny is I was
still
going to ask
doing
you.
this.
I was going to ask you because I actually booted it up and played a mission today.
Did you?
And the reason why I did is because I've been still following the scene with
Yeah,
it,
yeah, I
like
too.
through Twitter and Reddit.
Well, because
and stuff.
they're getting ready to do their
Another-
meet up at Bungie. All the content
Right.
creators, they're going to play some presumably like Taken King equivalent expansion content,
Right.
to help shape development,
Right.
which I think is incredibly smart.
Good idea.
And they're fostering conversations to have a united front as they go in, which I
Yeah.
think is really smart too.
Absolutely.
No more secrets. We don't need that anymore.
Yeah.
Not in their current position. They can't afford to just be like, well, we're going to try some stuff and we'll tell you in a few months.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm still a huge fan of it on PC. Like it's a fantastic game on PC.
It feels so good.
It feels
Not bad.
real
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But the reason why I jumped in is because I was scrolling through Twitter and Lucky tweeted out that it was a special drop for this week's Nightfall, some like legendary hand cannon. And it looked really cool, like the perks were really cool, and people were going nuts over it. And I was like, I'm nowhere near that on PC. Like,
I'm not. I just got the IO for the first time.
yeah, like I'm level like
13,
6, I
yeah.
think, right now. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just fire it up and play. So I played like 2 missions, and then I ended up then switching over to the game. We'll talk about in a little bit, but yeah, like I'm still holding out and hoping that they can fix it, because if they do, I will definitely pour all my energy into the PC version of that
dude.
game for sure.
It's been my PC keyboard and mouse boot camp, because
Yeah.
I know the game and the content really well, so I don't have to worry about what to do in the levels. It's in my blood.
Right.
But I can focus on I'm going to jump and then control myself in the air. My current challenge is the melee button,
Yes.
because I want to learn it the way they default it to you, so that I can make a decision if something truly is better. Like, do I just
Okay.
not like something because I don't ever play like this, and
Sure.
I got to twist my
What's
thumb in
the
a weird
melee
way?
button?
It's like V or C or something.
It's like what it is in Overwatch. It's C
I
or
would-
V.
I would change that.
So I don't know
I've already
if I
changed
dip.
it.
Do I dip an index down? Do I dip my thumb up? Like I don't.
See, it
know.
was me. I put that on my mouse.
It's already on my mouse. Yeah. It's
Clicking the center wheel.
No,
No.
mine's left. So I have the 2 buttons on the side of my mouse,
Yeah.
like top and bottom. I think mine's like top because it's the easiest one to click without having to pull my thumb back.
So I have a wheel of buttons around my thumb. I have 7 buttons.
Okay.
do that.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3 are my guns. So I'm training myself to go. Just
Sure.
pick out whatever gun immediately, which is pretty cool. I keep aim down sights, shoot as default.
Okay.
But right now, center wheel does nothing. Actually, a scroll cycles through my guns, which
Yes.
I can
hate
remove that.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could take that.
I
off.
might click. I could do a click melee. That might be good.
Yeah, I mean,
I've seen that
I have found, so I don't like as much of the stuff that I can take off of this hand and put on my mouse.
Yeah.
I like better. Like
Yeah.
I don't. It's the same reason why I can't play complex characters on Overwatch. Like my fingers don't go to Q, E, Z, C, and V
Yeah.
all that easily.
Yeah.
I mean, like I can do it, but I can't do it in a game where precision matters.
Right.
So like in Overwatch, in Destiny, if you need to use an ability and it needs to be
Use the
super
grenade.
accurate, right? So like, but I'm getting there.
Yeah.
It is a good game to like boot camp yourself, getting used to KBM.
I'll tell you a little hot tip I've done.
that?
In PUBG, I've bound the single auto fire to my mouse.
That's what mine is, yeah.
I've bound all my healing items to my mouse.
I
And the
only
map.
I only have 2 buttons.
Yeah, I have like
just-
the 15. I have like the whole number pad on
Oh,
my,
like the grid.
Yes, I have the whole
Like
thing.
an Excel spreadsheet of buttons on the side of your mouse.
Absolutely, and they're all like they all have like different feel. Like you
Sure.
know where you like you
You feel
it.
which one you're
The
at.
texture
yeah.
changed by row, I think, right?
correct.
Yeah, but I changed in PUBG. Center click is auto run.
That's
and,
mine.
And
Yeah,
then
that's what I did.
and then
How many
top.
goddamn buttons do you have on
Well,
your mouse?
he has.
I have the entire one through this on my mouse. On top
In
of
rows of
You'd
3,
have to
right?
you'd have to look at
Yep.
you'd have to look up the mouse because
Here, I'll show
it
you.
doesn't
I would
make
see
sense
it.
in your brain.
Yeah.
I got you.
It's really hard to rationalize until you see it.
Yeah.
I looked at it today when I was in Best Buy, which I'll talk about in a minute.
Whereas
but-
mine, imagine where my thumb sits on a mouse.
Yeah.
There's a ring of 7 buttons around my mouse,
Wow.
personally. So
Oh,
he's
look at
got
that shit.
He's got square buttons.
So I use
Dude, he's
all
got
those buttons.
Looks like he's got a fucking touch.
I mean, I know it is all muscle memory and getting used to it, but I cannot even fathom using that.
Play Final Fantasy 14 with that mouse, and then you'll learn that mouse.
No,
so well.
I understand,
but like a shooter, quick twitch
I
environment
understand
with
its purpose and understand why
I mean,
it exists. I just
obviously-
don't think I could ever
keep
do
my
it.
shooting. I
He's
keep
got
my
a-
shooting to the left and right click of the mouse button, but like all my gun, like.
But it's just like-
my brain. The top 3 buttons are my guns,
He's got-
then my grenades and my fire change, my auto single shot fire.
You know what's
It looks
then
like he's
healing,
got, yeah.
and
It looks like he has a
that's it.
Texas Instrument fucking
he's got
calculator
TI-80.
on the fucking
great.
side
Yeah.
of that.
For
shit.
anyone listening, I use the Corsair
You can do
Scimitar
fucking-
yeah.
Scimitar mouse. It's got a whole bunch of buttons.
damn.
I'm using the Razer Naga Hex.
Before
Which
that, I
I
had the
s-
Naga.
Yeah.
Before this one.
It's weird with 7 buttons around the thumb though, because I can't logically go left, right, up, down,
Right.
northeast, southeast in my brain. It's
Sure.
like I just have to learn where
You
they
have
are,
to-
which
yes.
I fucking hate.
Yeah.
But
And so
I'll get
and
in
it's difficult for me because like the 2 buttons on mine super easy, but like I almost wish there were 4.
yeah,
Like because then I have to be super selective of what I'm putting on my mouse. But yeah, I mean, listen, I've said this before. I'm super down to continue playing D2 on PC.
I'm gonna get to endgame and then
Right.
just let it roll. you
Yeah,
know?
and I'm not gonna buy the DLC until the next DLC comes out, and then we see how it is. Because I already bought it on Xbox. I'm never gonna go and play it. Like
See, I was super
I've
amped.
already taken the L on the Xbox purchase.
See,
What's
I-
really frustrating?
That's why I don't have it on PC because I
What's-
did it on PS4.
Right, and listen,
No.
I wouldn't have it on PC if it didn't come with my GPU. Right, like I didn't buy this; it just came with
word.
my graphics card.
I dropped the 90 on it in the fall. I was high.
Well, you had every reason to be. Like when the game first came out, we were like, "This is
This is
everything
incredible.
we've wanted," and then it happened, and we were like, "This is not what we wanted."
My
It
PS4
wasn't
character
what we
still is like my main, like it's my collector. I have so
Right,
much shit
sure.
on there still right now.
I just can't imagine paying for the DLC, knowing what I know now until
Yeah.
they course correct it.
Yeah.
But-
I've got everything maxed graphic wise, but V-synced to 60. Like
Do you have lots of tearing?
that doesn't exist at all, and it looks gorgeous. And it looks so smooth.
Yeah, I mean, I have everything. I play at 2K, ultra everything
With G-Sync on.
with
So
G-Sync on.
You
I
probably
don't have V. I don't.
It should
V-Sync's
be off
always
for you.
off.
It should be off for
Always
you.
off. G-Sync on.
You let G-Sync control
My
that.
monitor can't handle that. I get lag every once in a while. That's
So I usually get a solid 60 frames in like cinematics, and then I usually fluctuate between 90 and 110 in gameplay, and it's fucking absurd to be able to play Destiny PvP at 100 frames per second. It's
If I'm gonna
like butter.
That's the thing, dude. If we get into PvP, I'd have to uncap it,
good.
but I don't want to lag it. But like
But you could always downgrade your settings a little bit to
I
help with
could.
your frame rate.
I could.
Because like in the PvP,
I
like,
don't need like all the sparkles coming
right,
off of the
like
grenade.
the like,
But
the-
it's nice.
Like the explosion,
nice.
you don't need to see the individual particles of the explosion.
yeah, but
You
I'd
can
rather
change
have
it.
like over 100 frames on my counter,
like
which I
blink-
do, which I
like-
run, and then like it's every I don't know.
If I'm getting 60, I'm good. That's where I'm
every
at.
like 5 minutes, I'll have like a blip, but that was
Sure.
annoying me, so I V-synced it just so I could like have it look just better.
Oh, of course.
But you're right.
Felix had his hand up.
I'm still on a fucking mouse. That is a fucking amazing looking mouse. How much does that fucking thing set you back?
It's currently $61.
Oh, it's even a good price. Holy
Yeah,
shit!
I think I paid around
Oh,
65
yeah.
for it.
I mean,
I wouldn't need it, but man, I just want to get it to have it.
I got the Razer Naga, which is the Razer version of this mouse, originally to play the Old Republic and World of Warcraft, because
You need a lot of like macros and
you
buttons
and,
shit,
and you
yeah.
and in these games like MMOs, you have bars of abilities all tied to your number keys. So I'd have one row tied to just my number keys, then I'd have shift number keys, hold control number keys. Like I would just everything,
Right,
everything was
right.
just bound to that. So I got really used to using this mouse,
really
and now
annoying that
I
there's
just
that many
Damn
abilities.
fine looking
I
mouse.
just tie this mouse into all the other games I play. I use those side buttons and anything I can.
Oh, I mean, yeah. If you're used to it,
This is mine.
Oh wow, yours is sexy
so
too.
so when I play PUBG, it's like my hand never moves from W.
7 around the thumb.
I'm
Sure.
always
That
I'm
center
always right in
button.
that position. My right hand is doing all the work, switching
Right.
guns, doing all that stuff.
right?
So, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good mouse.
His mouse looks like the what do they call it? What's the nickname for the original Xbox controller?
The
The
Duke.
Duke.
The Duke. You got the Duke version of a
It's
fucking mouse.
pretty small. Are you just saying with like the design? Like
No, like the color scheme.
Color
and like,
scheme.
Oh, it's definitely
Like
it's
the
definitely
aesthetic.
Microsoft's color scheme.
Yeah,
of green
yeah,
and
yeah.
black.
yeah.
these are orange.
That's
on
just
mine.
Razer's brand.
You can control
Green
all
and-
these
green and
different
black.
sections. I made them all orange. to
like
match my
that
keyboard.
one. I think I could get. I think I would have an easier time getting used to that.
Do that.
No, it's the same.
Do it.
It's the same thing as yours.
It's perfect. It is the perfect mouse.
You all right? Listen.
Perfect is
I don't
air
care.
quotes.
Whatever
and
you're gonna say, I don't care.
Perfect.
This is
Yeah, perfect is air quotes to just say like your
your preference.
My
like your
preference is
sensitivity settings are perfect.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it's
yeah.
all it's
You
all
want- yes.
you know it's all like up
Perception,
to the
yeah.
and it's what you're used to. Like
Yeah.
like I just got a new keyboard which I wanted to talk about, and like I didn't realize how drastically different gaming on a new keyboard would feel because it's not something that I like ever considered. But when I think about like switching from a controller to a different type of controller, it's the same exact thing.
Yeah.
You know, it feels vastly different.
What brand did you get?
I got a Logitech
What's the?
G810.
and that mouse pad, dude.
Dude,
I picked up.
I love that you got it, man.
Picked it up.
I love that you got it.
Is it right here?
That is it. Yeah. Yeah. So good, man.
So good.
The colors, dude.
I had to rip it for a while.
Yeah, so I went and I returned my my Razer Black
Did they
Widow.
let you take that back?
Best Buy did. Yeah. I told them I lost the receipt.
Pro tip.
You heard it here first.
Side note, it wasn't purchased from Best Buy.
Yeah, I know.
But they still sell it, so I got in-store credit. So I ended up, that's a $100 keyboard. I ended up getting $82 for my Black Widow, which I only,
Oh my God.
I won't tell you what I spent for it, but I got $82 for it, and went and got that.
Nice.
And the main reason why I switched is because Razer's green switches are the loudest switches you can have on a keyboard.
Every time I play with you, I hear them.
And it's not even me like trying to be loud.
No, people yell at me for my keyboard too.
Right. So I went to Best Buy to really test it out. Now Logitech has its own proprietary switches called Romer G switches, which feel absolutely incredible. So I compared it directly next to a Corsair, which was right there, that was running Cherry Reds.
Which I got. That's
Which
what I
you
got.
and I knew you guys had Cherry Reds, but I didn't really know what that sounded or felt like because my only mechanical keyboard experience was the one that I bought. Right.
Yeah.
So I went and tested them both out because I really didn't know what I was going to end up buying yet. I had done a lot of research, and it was really going to be between Corsair and Logitech because at that point there's not too many other brands that I would
I
really
would
be
have
looking
told you
at.
to go with Logitech anyway.
And there's been a lot of good conversation around Logitech. A lot of the streamers that I watch are now running Logitech gear. But I loved the way that it felt. And the reason being is because the feel of it is they're very similar, the Reds and the Roamers, but the Roamer is much quieter.
Does it have more of a mushy feel or a more like is? I don't know. how
It's
to
what-
describe this.
No, I know exactly what you're saying. It does not feel like a membrane. It does not feel like a membrane keyboard, right? It still feels like a physical click, but it does feel softer than the Cherry Reds. Gotcha. And I think that's why it doesn't sound as loud. So in comparison to what I had, it sounds like a traditional membrane keyboard compared to the one that I had. But what's the real all-star for this is the software. The
Which is where
software,
Corsair, I feel like, drops the ball.
this software is utterly incredible for a lot of reasons. You can add applets, so Discord can be running through this, and your keys light up in different ways for different things. So if you're messaging me, my number keys light blue and then go back to their normal color. Like if
I really appreciate that.
If someone,
God.
what was the other thing that it was doing? As I'm talking, my voice in a Discord audio, it flashes a certain color when my audio is coming through, or will flash a certain color
That's
if your
really
audio is
neat.
coming through, and you can kind of tweak it in the settings. Now, Discord's the only app that I've tested it with, but there's other apps that you can integrate into the Logitech software.
I want to use more applets in my life. They're really neat. Like
The way
with
that they integrate.
No,
with
I was
one
going to
another?
say with that app. It's called like If or something.
this then that.
If
Yeah.
then that app.
And
have
then
TTT.
The other thing that they do really well is profiles. So you can pick a profile for any recent game. There was a list of like 300 titles, and you set essentially your macro keys from the software based off of the profile, not in game. So, and it gives you recommendations. So when you fire up Destiny, it gives recommendations for like what they think you would want to map your function keys to. So like for PUBG, F1 through 4, I did for all my healing. So if I just hit F1, it uses a first aid. F2 would use a different type of healing, and yada 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 yada, and so on and so forth. But the software truly is a standout for it, because Razer software was great. Razer software was pretty good, but it didn't have as much that you can do with it. It had profiles, but the profiles were self-created. It wasn't based off of games, so that is a really nice addition. So you can get like Division, you can get Destiny, you can have Player Unknown, so it's pretty cool. It's not as robust as some other keyboards, so there's not really a set of macro keys that you can set. Like the next one up, so I have the G810. There's a G910, which has some more macro keys on it.
Like a block of them you can use for whatever. Yeah,
but that one looked like a gaming keyboard. I think I've talked about this before. Like if it looks like it's built for gaming, I don't like it. Like super like rough, like hard edges and like diagonal lines and like so look
Edgy.
look up the in gaming.
So, like-
look up the G910 for me really quick under keyboards.
So like mine.
No, but yours. No, but those are just because of the LEDs. Like what?
this?
Like
Okay.
look at the design, like the design of that keyboard.
Yeah, and it's got the highlighted
Yeah.
WASD key.
It's too
it's
much.
a little extra.
It's
Yeah.
too much. Now I wanted the functionality of that keyboard, but could not deal with all the other.
Looks like a place for your phone.
It
and
does
everything.
have. It has a dock for your phone, which is pretty cool. But it was also $60 more than the one that I
I used to
purchased,
have
but-
an old Logitech keyboard. This is before mechanical keyboards were all the rage.
Gotcha.
And it had a little flip screen on it.
Oh, nice.
And a little black and white display for
For, like-
apparatus. So it had like
Nice. So it's
in-game-
always done that.
Yeah, and like for example, when I was playing World of Warcraft, which is when I had this keyboard, it would show me my HP, my skills on this
Wow.
little app on the keyboard itself.
That's cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a dock for what fucking phone?
Any phone.
I doubt that's a lightning dock.
No, it's not. It's just a
No,
place
it's
for your
it's
phone to sit.
Yeah,
Oh, just to
it
sit.
doesn't integrate with
it
your
just
phone.
holds your
resting
phone up.
dock.
Yeah,
Got
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. Well, because I honestly I sit my phone and lean it against my display in front of me, so it would honestly just be a better place for it to go. But yeah, I mean, I'm super.
Here it is. Yeah, this was my old keyboard. Or
That
no,
is pretty crazy.
this one. This one was it.
That is an intense ass keyboard.
Yeah. I got rid of it.
It's a mission control center.
That
Yeah,
is.
it like flips. This like screen panel flips up.
Look at that LCD.
I'm pretty sure
know.
that's what he was typing on in Independence Day when they were like
LCD.
waiting to upload the virus into the alien ship.
It's pretty old.
Yeah.
At this
That
point.
LCD.
But what's
there
crazy
so
is like
sexy.
I slept on Logitech as like a brand. Like I always in my
It felt
head
boring.
associated Logitech with like Mad Cats.
I know
That
what you
makes-
mean.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and it came, I think, from like the early 2000s. Like growing up, like
Their logo was like 1998 for a long time.
Yeah.
Like it was just,
They changed it.
They did. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that helped.
They're cool now, you guys.
yeah,
No, the speaker
But-
I have on the floor there is Logitech, and you don't even know it because they have these like, for their certain tech, they have like these very specific brand names, and they emphasize that and not their own brand. name.
Sure.
You know, like the speaker I have is called a UE. UE is Logitech,
right.
but no, you know, most people don't know that because they emphasize the UE brand, which I think is pretty neat.
Yeah, so the other thing, I mean, they make a series of different keyboards, so there's a few different versions that I was looking at. The one that I purchased ended up being the one that Best Buy carried in store. The other one that I was looking at, Neo, because I know you're on their website, was this guy right here, is their new top-of-the-line keyboard. It doesn't have macros, but it's a newer version because they've just created a second version of their Switch.
I like a good streamlined look like that.
Yeah, tactile versus
minimal.
linear.
Yeah.
So they now have two different types of switches. But yeah, so and I won my first game playing Chicken Dinner on my first game with it. So
That's a good sign.
We'll see if it sticks.
Proof of concept right there.
Speaking of chicken dinner, speaking of chicken dinners, I played that shotgun event
Ugh.
this past week. I got chicken dinner in that
Ugh.
in squads. You didn't like that.
I didn't even want to play it.
It changed.
he
It
hates
changed
that, though.
everything.
No, I mean I'm very glad you won.
No sniper battles. Everyone was
No.
mid to close range.
It was shotguns and melee weapons.
Yeah.
Sounds like AIDS.
Yeah. Wait, no.
I honestly
Locke doesn't like an all shotgun game.
Oh,
He
he's
hates
not your
that.
fan? You used to do shotgun pistols and
He doesn't like it because
no, I didn't.
He doesn't.
Shoddy snipers in Halo.
Shoddy snipers in Halo?
Fuck no.
He doesn't-
Actually, I had the sniper. If it was snipers and shotguns, I would have played it, and I would have never used the shotgun. But it was shotguns and melee weapons. That sounds awful.
Wait,
Yeah.
What?
He doesn't like shotguns because he doesn't like the fact that kids with no thumbs can win.
Sure. I mean, that makes sense. It's a shotgun. But let me
Absolutely
tell you
accurate.
about the end of this chicken dinner I got.
Tell me all about it.
The four of us survived, and we were pushing in on the final team.
Gotcha.
And it was us unloading shells from like midway across this field, moving in slowly, just kind
Like
of
a whole team?
Like our whole team was just slowly pushing in on these people, and they were firing back, and we were all just shotgunning each other till the last guy failed, and it was a lot of fun. I was rolling with 2 SK12s. S12Ks. So instead of reloading, I just switched
face.
from one automatic shotgun to another automatic shotgun. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
Sounds
It
like
was
it.
a lot of fun.
Locke, you've never had fun in your entire career of gaming playing with shotguns. Not once.
Not once.
Not in
You didn't used to-
anything.
you know what was satisfying for me in
I don't
Halo?
think. I mean, that's a big leap to make. I'm sure at one
Shotgun
point you had
melee,
fun with a
Halo.
shotgun.
Those were so satisfying. Those hits,
Yeah, but like,
I loved that. It was like the most satisfying shotgun kill.
all right, here's the thing. If we're going to talk about Halo specifically, shotguns were a non-factor because I could kill you before you even got close to me with a shotgun. So it was a non-factor weapon. So in Halo specifically, no. That's why it was sniper shotguns, because no one used the shotgun and everyone just ran around with the sniper rifle because that's way more fun to use.
Sure.
I guess like I can appreciate like special game modes that do unique things, and I'm glad that
Gotta change it up.
I'm glad they're doing it with Player Unknown. Like I appreciate the idea of a special game mode, but I would never want to run around with a crowbar and a shotgun and play a whole game like that.
I remember
It was fun, man.
I was going to say, I remember when Supremacy came out in Destiny. You weren't happy with it because you said all the kids were playing with shotguns.
Well, because your goal was to
Well,
collect
it was like
the crest that dropped immediately, so you had to be close to
It was
get it.
it was like the dog tags in Call of Duty. Fuck no.
If you get a faraway kill, someone takes your
So you mean
reward
I can
for it.
snipe you, and then Trip on your team can run around because he can get there faster and can negate my kill? That's fucking stupid.
So you're not upset about the shotguns in that, but I just remember you emphasizing that everyone was using shotguns.
Yeah, they do because it's the
function of
only
the
way.
mode.
It's the only way you can win that game.
Got it.
If you get
because
a kill, you're right there to get your
You have to be next to
emblem
the
drop.
person you're killing. You can't kill them across the map because more than likely you're not going to collect their crest.
I should emphasize they changed a lot of how the game worked with shotguns only.
I'd hope so.
You see the circle in the plane.
Like it was on Savage.
Correct.
On the Savage map. Nice.
And they shortened the amount of time you had to. They shortened the circle time.
Good.
So the matches were even quicker,
That's awesome.
and everyone was already concentrated to big areas.
Nice.
So they were like quick shotgun matches.
Right. I mean that makes sense. I'm glad
Yeah.
because if it was the normal pace of the game with shotguns, that's
It would be
rather
it would be excruciating.
Yeah.
So it felt fine. It felt fine.
nice. I also hate that map more than anything in this world. So,
The desert map.
Miramar's fucking awful. So
Yeah.
I'd never really want to only play that.
Sounds like your kind of event, Locke. Everything
Like-
there.
Well, I think
you
it's
love.
over now.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
Yeah.
it's gone. But ugh.
The
What else we got?
distaste on your face is just
Yeah.
impressive.
I've never seen anything.
Well, I
so-
had fun, you guys. I just want you to know.
Yeah, and you're allowed to. I'm glad you had fun.
All right. So what?
it's like
what
you
else we
just
got?
ate like a horrible a piece of like meat.
smelled something you didn't
It's
want.
like,
to.
oh,
You
that
guys
turned.
remember in Minority
That
Report when
turned.
he opens the fridge after he gets his eyes replaced and eats that moldy sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Locke's face right now.
That scene is disgusting.
So should I talk about what I started playing before I came over here? Do we want to roll into the? Did you want to? I'm sorry. Do you have anything you want to update us with? Not really.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
I mean, I started Spec Ops. I know you did too. But like,
Yeah, we don't have to. You can let's finish it.
We should finish
or
it.
you can finish it and talk about it. I'm definitely not going to finish. If you played like through 75% of the game, I
think
finished
so.
chapter 1. Like I'm not going to get there.
It's kind of painful to play because it was free on Steam like a few days, like a week or two ago.
Right.
I streamed it, and the game controls like ass to me.
I didn't have
hate
a
it.
problem. I really didn't have a problem with it.
It looks, when I was watching it, I wasn't playing it. I've never played it.
It's just
but
rough, man. Going from
it
like
looked-
Uncharted
It
to
had like a cover system.
is not great.
Is it where you like point at the cover and your character runs there?
Or you hold a direction, and then if you hold like a direction, then hit the run button will like pop out of it, and space bar is like your run button, and it was just really awkward to play.
It might be different on a console. Maybe
I'm
it
sure
was
it feels
mapped
like-
for a console.
I should probably play it on a controller.
with a controller. Yeah,
That's probably
maybe.
what I should do, but. It just felt weird to go back and play, but I know the story is like something to behold. It's people compare it to like Heart of Darkness and stuff. So
The story focuses on the mentality of a soldier, less
Yeah.
about the war.
Mm-hmm.
So it
plays with some tropes. Plays with some deep cuts and like with like being a soldier and like
I think you're
Yeah.
forced in late game to make like decisions that no matter what you do, like you mentally are not happy with any decision you
Yeah,
make.
that's
You have
why I mentioned to you you should roll. When I was watching Neo live, I said you should just roll right into Generation Kill after this on HBO, because like it's about this show is about like none of the decisions they make in that show are good decisions. They just
Right.
always have to make bad decisions.
but they're necessary.
Yeah,
necessary ones.
It's a really really good show. But yeah, that's the impression I got from the game.
Cool. Anyway, let's roll on then.
So the main discussion for this evening is talking about Boss Key's developer just released a free-to-play battle royale shooter that's in early access on Steam currently. So I downloaded it and fired it up. This game was built in 5 months. So this
This is no surprise.
Yeah,
at all.
this is like a very quick turnaround time for a development for a game. Boss Key most recently developed Lawbreakers. Lawbreakers was a shooter for PlayStation only, right? I think it was
PC too.
PC and PlayStation, but it was an exclusive to PlayStation for consoles.
It
wasn't on
was like
Xbox.
a class-based arena style shooter.
Yeah, it was like a more realistic's not the right word because there was jetpacks and things, but it wasn't cartoony. But it was an arena shooter like Overwatch kind of. Small maps, lots of chaos, lots of different weapons. Both Goth and Broman streamed it when it first launched, while Destiny 2 was on its downfall. But yeah, it kind of got cannibalized by the market and by everything else that was happening with shooters at the time that it came out.
I want to say like after a month of it being live, it dropped down to like players in the teens. So Steam registered people like 20 players or 20 people or less playing this game. So it did not break any ground or make any waves.
Wow.
And in fact, last week, before they announced this new Battle Royale game they made, they announced that they stopped work on Lawbreakers altogether.
Yeah, they were done.
They were just done with it. And I have a feeling those servers are going to get taken down soon. And it's just they're going to bury it.
I mean, like, I don't think they can shut the servers down.
Not yet, at least.
They can't. I mean, people like this game's less than a year old.
No, yeah, definitely not.
And
even
people
a year.
and people spent money on it.
Yeah.
They have to run their servers.
They should
at
have.
least.
I have a feeling they should have made it a free to play game with like cosmetic
Yeah, sure.
transactions.
Try to turn it around.
Yeah.
The guy that it's tied to, Cliff
Bleszinski.
Bleszinski, what did he do prior to that?
He's famous for Gears of War and Unreal Tournament.
Oh, like he was the head dev on those?
Yeah, I think he was a director of the Gears of War games up until 3. I want to say he didn't do Judgment and he didn't do 4.
Okay.
So those were not him. And he did Unreal Tournament like 2003. So a few other games. He's kind of big in the Microsoft space. I'll look up what he does.
No, I mean, I follow him on Twitter. I kind of know what he's saying on Twitter, but I just didn't know his past.
So this new game that they made, Radical Heights.
Radical Heights.
See, it's no surprise to me that it took them 5 months because the Fortnite guys said, "Oh, we put together Battle Royale mode in like 3 months." They were like, "We just took our assets and rejiggered them."
Right.
So we did. Surprisingly.
Yeah, so it's a free to play battle royale game set in a futuristic 1980. So 1980s everything, color scheme, the way that your character looks. Like I was telling Felix, your character looks like a wrestler from 1980. BMX driven. You can get on bikes and they have pegs. So if you're playing duos, your buddy hops on the pegs on the backseat of your bike. You can use and do jumps and tricks and stuff like that. But it is closer to Fortnite in the way in which guns work. Than like PUBG. Like it's not super realistic in any capacity.
There's like some kind of monetary like aspect to the game. Like I think you have to
Yes,
collect
there's
cash, or get
cash.
cash or something too.
Yep. So you can find cash all over the map. You can destroy cash registers and pick it up, and you can deposit it at ATMs. So what's interesting about this game is that if you go and deposit your money at an ATM, you keep it even if you lose the game, right? And you can also withdraw. So there are vending machines all over the map. Some for gear, some for weapons, some for like medicine and stuff
you
like
use
that.
that
And you can use that cash to withdraw. So I was watching Doc. This game is literally built for Dr. Disrespect. Like everything on his persona.
I was gonna say I didn't know about this until today.
Yeah.
I was watching on my lunch break from work. He was playing PUBG, and like I get up for something and I come back and he's playing this cartoon game. I'm like, what the fuck is this, dude?
Yep.
And this ended up being this, and I learned all about it.
Has he got his hand in it at all?
I don't think so, but like it's literally written.
He had a
for it.
character.
He looks like a
his
character straight
model.
out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's based on a game show. Like you're jumping into a
Like
futuristic,
Running Man.
yeah, something like that.
You don't have to tell me about it. I'm already on board.
Yeah, if it was on console, he'd probably
I'd play it in 2 seconds.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe it will if it does well in early access. Maybe they'll port it over and do a free to play.
Loved Blood Dragon.
Very yeah.
I know he went to shoot somebody. Doc did, and then like he got lit up, and he's like, "Where's my gun? Where'd my gun go?" And like chat was like, "You sold it for cash. Like you pressed the sell button as you went to shoot or something like that. He just sold his gun.
Oh, shit.
And he just starts cracking up. He's
course.
like, I don't know what's happening.
It definitely has bugs. Like getting into a game took me a long time. I mean, this is day one of an early access game, so it's really hard to say exactly how it's going to do. But I think they saw this as an opportunity to make a free to play game, very heavy on the cosmetics, right? Like you can get. I was telling Felix like the 1980s MTV logo T-shirt, like a lot of the like gear that people would want to just spend money on.
It seems
So I
like the
think-
game is designed for cosmetics, just
And
because of the
cosmetics
style
alone,
they used.
You can get different colored BMX bikes, you know, like the classic red, white, and blue from that time frame. So
I mean, if it's half decent and Dr. Disrespected ends up playing it on a regular basis, it's going to grow and blow up, right?
it very well could. Yeah.
Probably.
Now here's the thing: like this game isn't your replacement for PlayerUnknown, right?
Or
like
Fortnite, yeah.
or Fortnite. It's just another option that you have to play if you wanted to play something a little bit different, because it is not in the same vein as either of those games. Someone that likes PlayerUnknown for the fact Browse It by Games.
Well, Shroud's playing it, so
Well, Shroud and Dr. Disrespect were doing duos earlier, so
were they really?
oh yeah. I mean, Shroud's got what 45,000 people watching him play this game right now. Like he's
Yeah.
on a pink fucking BMX bike. But like he's a huge fan of PlayerUnknown, so is Doc. But you don't get the same vibe from playing this as you would PlayerUnknown because it's not realistic.
Feels more like Fortnite.
Yeah, it
Just the
also
cartoony style to it.
yeah, very
Top Guns. Wow, that's
right.
pretty.
He's using the Doc character.
Some heavy pandering going on in this game. You know what I mean? Little 80s
That's
nostalgia.
their wheelhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wheelhouse like spinning wheels fall from the sky. And it's like a game show thing. So instead of it being loot crates that drop from the sky with good gear, it's like a wheel that you go and spin, and you could potentially get something good from it.
What's it called again? Sorry.
Radical Heights.
Radical.
Yeah,
That was the word in the 80s.
exactly.
For all you kids listening.
Right. And it takes place, I think it's supposed to be like a fictional LA, like California based town. So I'm going to play it some more. I mean, it's free to play. I mean, it can't, not really much. I mean,
To
like
lose, yeah.
H1Z1 switched to free to play, which I have never really played.
I mean, that aesthetic is totally in right now.
What's
Like,
that?
The the
Outrun.
pastel colors and
Sure.
the 80s music and like those types of fonts that they use throughout the 80s.
Are they definitely
Almost
like
like graffiti fonts.
The style's called
They-
like Outrun.
they went to like
Outrun.
Yeah.
a design meeting and were like, how can we capitalize on the Fortnite look? Like, well, let's give it a reason to look like this. 80s, right?
Well, I brought it up to Locke before the show that like a show that just a TV show that just wrapped me in immediately was Future Man on Hulu, which it capitalizes off the 80s. They literally go to in that show to 1985, and the one guy gets obsessed with the music of Corey Hart. You know, I wear my sunglasses at night.
Gotcha. I didn't know
No,
the name, but I know the song.
But
for sure.
I wear my sunglasses at night. And at one point in the show, I was telling him, like, they're walking through a concert, and the girl looks around, and everybody's wearing their sunglasses, and she's like, "Why in the fuck are all of you people wearing your sunglasses at night?" You know, like, so it's like the show has like puns like that. So this kind of aesthetic is like totally in right now. How much longer? I mean, are we getting sick of it? Are you guys tired of it?
Of what? Battle Royales?
Battle Royale?
No, not.
This is just the beginning.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah, so I mean, we really
No, I meant
have
the
not-
80s aesthetic.
No, I mean, I personally wish I was this age in the 1980s. Like, I feel like I would want to have been a part of that time frame.
San
as an adult,
Junipero.
you know? I just feel like, yeah, you know, like the nostalgia factor of it, right? Like, I mean, it doesn't bother me at all. And as far as the Battle Royale goes, like, we have not reached saturation for it yet because no AAA studio has
Wait till
created
E3,
one
man.
yet.
E3 is going to be Battlefield up your battle royales up your butt,
Up your anus.
all up.
And look, I am holding out for DICE's Battle Royale because I think they can potentially do it the best way possible.
Like a real gun focused.
Exactly. Like super realistic,
Yeah.
right? Like they already have it. Like Battlefield 4, right?
Yep.
And even Battlefield 1, but Battlefield 4
Is that what Battlefield 5 is going to be?
No, they have it. Well, first of all, there's rumors that Battlefield 5 is going to be World War II.
Yeah, I think
which is a
that's what they're
huge
gonna go
fucking
into.
mistake, but that's another conversation.
Battlefield 5 on the PS5.
But
Right?
there's rumors that there's going to be a battle royale mode in the next Battlefield game, which would make sense. But
Paratroopers in World War II.
sure, potentially.
Okay, there. Yeah, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
I mean, I would appreciate modern day guns versus the World War II setting, but that's just me. But also, they just did Call of Duty World War II. Why are you trying to do that time setting now? It's silly or stupid. But
Yeah.
Well, the
that's
problem
a
is
whole
the
other-
dev cycles. You know what I mean? Like if they were already in making this game, they had to. You can't just pivot like that when you're mid production. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can
But-
you can take the L after a game that's just as popular as your own created a shooter in the same time frame and say, are we going to keep, like my brother-in-law was just talking about this.
Right.
You either keep going and you hope that you sell,
Yeah.
or you stop because a game was developed.
They are
like-
Battlefield though, so they might think, "Oh, we're going to outdo them." at
Maybe
this.
We're gonna
and
do
maybe,
a
and maybe
better
they do.
World War II.
Maybe they do. But like after playing Battlefield 1, I think it was better in my head than it was to actually play it for me personally.
People thought
But-
World War II was going to come back in a big way with Call of Duty, but I don't think that set the world on fire. The battle royale genre set the world on fire
Yeah.
at the end of last year.
Yeah.
That was the hot ticket.
If I'm correct, that's not you didn't dislike Battlefield 1 just because of like the loading or the spawning. You said something about spawning at some point, but it was also just because you just realized you didn't have a love affair with the weapons.
Correct. Like I wanted in my head to play with those types of weapons and vehicles and time frame until I did. And then
you're
I was like,
I agree.
I don't like this as much. Like I remember talking with Urban Carrot, like
And
I
me.
can't, and then we were like, we can't wait to play like a realistic World War I game. And then it like came out, and I'm like, what am I doing here
yeah.
with this?
I miss what I missed when I played Battlefield 1. I missed the ability to control my loadouts and my gun
like the
attachments.
modifications and stuff.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got really deep into that with
Yep.
like Battlefield 3 and 4, and then Battlefield 1 just didn't have that. And
Yeah.
then they honestly they did a loot crate system that wasn't appealing or fun at all.
Correct. Yeah, I agree with you. Like
It
Battlefield,
wasn't rewarding to level up in that game.
right? Battlefield 4 was a fantastic game.
Oh yeah.
Like it was a really great game, and I just don't think, and maybe they course correct it with everything that's happened with monetization, loot boxes, and all of that. But I'm going to assume we will see the saturation point this next year with all of the AAA studios trying to make their mark on the genre, if that's what they see in their business model. I mean, so right now we do know that the Division team,
Yep, I
right,
got this article right
is currently is reportedly working on a battle royale title. We don't know if they actually are.
I guess on top of Division 2, or maybe it's tied into Division 2.
Right. So the article based
just a
is
section of
from
the game or something.
Yeah. So PC Gamer was saying that they don't know if it's going to be a part of Division 2. Like maybe instead of the Dark Zone, it's a Battle
Brooklyn.
Royale or something like that.
Brooklyn.
Or whatever. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Or is this going to be a
Brooklyn Royale.
separate game? But it is coming from the same studio that made Division.
That was
Massive
that was a
studio.
good one.
Massive
Trip Zero.
studio.
It was
and,
alright.
and in fact, 4 days ago of the recording of this, Ubisoft opens a new studio. So they're expanding. They're expanding their development on different things. So this can mean anything, though.
It could.
But why not put more eggs in the Battle Royale basket? They haven't yet.
I mean, everything is data driven, and all the data is pointing towards people loving these modes and wanting to play these modes. And so everyone's like, well, let's try to make the best version of this. And then after this wave, after somebody nails it and there's a lot of garbage, then we're going to get tired of it. But that'll be like year
Probably
and a half,
I'll
2 years.
give it a year. Yeah, I'll give it like a year and a half. Yeah, I'd say. Before we reach peak,
Yeah.
like, okay, no more zombie games. You know,
Right,
We're
right,
done.
right.
We're
Yes.
done, you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just takes a good game to come out.
It does.
Like, the reason why I appreciate Battle Royale is because I've always been someone that's been able to play the same game for an extended period of time because of its PvP. Like, playing Halo 2, 3, 5 for the amount of hours that I did just playing the same maps over and over again, it's because of the PvP. So this, I think the mode itself, strip away everything else, PUBG, Fortnite, everything, that mode lends to someone that likes, like,
The competition of the game.
Correct.
Of the game style.
so quite frankly, I don't think I'll ever get tired of it. I think I'll get tired of hearing about studios creating like their
Their
variation of it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like the game mode itself, for me personally, I don't think I'll ever get tired of playing a Battle Royale
I
game.
broke my Steam record this past week in PUBG. I broke 300 hours in PUBG.
Nice.
That is not including the test server hours that I put in.
Okay.
So that is just the main game client. I think I have like 20 on the test servers.
Right,
And
right.
then the super secret test server from the new map.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that just recently beat Warframe, which I had 300 hours in.
Nice.
Wow, I didn't realize you played that much Warframe.
I didn't either.
I didn't either. But you know what? I'm gonna
That makes all of us.
He never brought it up on the show once.
Yeah,
No, it was
seriously,
like-
because that went through. You went through their whole expansion. It was like a
Didn't do
game
it.
changer recently.
Yeah, and
everyone fucking loved it. I even thought about starting it.
Here's what I've been
I
doing.
even thought
Here's
about
what I've been
starting
doing
it,
the
yeah.
past 2 weeks or so. I've been the group of people I play games with online, the PUBG crew that I roll with.
Yeah.
We've been doing like Warframe and Vermintide, and we've been like hopping from game. Like last night, I booted up Elite Dangerous.
Jesus,
I
Christ.
whipped out my dusty HOTAS.
Did you?
Oh yeah,
Wow,
I plugged in.
dude.
I was like, "What's going on in this game right now?" I
Yeah.
don't know. It's been like 2 years.
That game was fun as
Warframe.
shit to play in VR. By the way,
I know. Well, one of my crewmates, he plays it with his Oculus, and that's like he'll only play it like that because it's like
flying
Awesome.
feels real as fuck because I can make a movement and I can look and see where I want to go, and then like
it
adjust.
unlocks the axis that is your head.
Yeah, it's dope.
Um,
From the one night I played it.
yeah, and like I did boot up Warframe again, and I jumped into their open world, and they added like a town and a hub, and like they go, you pick up a bounty mission, and then they unleash you into the world. What's up?
Nothing.
You about to say something? Okay, sorry. I thought you're looking like you were about to like.
No, I had nothing to say.
Sure. But yeah,
Just a blunt.
I'm in a podcast right now. I got absolutely nothing to say.
Yeah, I have nothing to say.
I set up all these microphones for a reason and then just forgot what it was.
I don't know what I'm doing
But
here.
here's my problem with Warframe was I jumped back in. I'm like, okay, I have all this stuff in my inventory. I got 2 million credits that I like left my account
Yeah.
with, and I'm like, I don't even know what am I gonna.
Dude,
what am I gonna do?
I still have like money. I can give you money from E3.
oh my god!
Sorry,
I mean,
sorry, TwitchCon. Like $15 worth of
like
whatever in
real money credits.
Yeah, I don't know if it expires.
I still have that in my
they're in
my
my
account
they're in
too.
my pouch. They're in my my fanny pack.
Dude,
with all my
I would
goodies in
have
it.
no idea what to do with it. Like, I would be like,
I
okay,
certainly don't know what to
well,
do with
like,
it.
The
so-
game is about buying new classes or building new classes, which are the frames, the warframes, and then going out into the world doing missions and leveling them up. Level up your guns, level up your weapon, your melees, and I'm not ready to jump into that grind again. That's just
Yeah.
like a whole. I mean, I could easily. I could just be like, oh, just build a new frame and let's go.
grind.
Yeah, man. There's a lot going on.
Well, that's
To circle back around for a second, did you? I'm trying to check to see how many hours I have.
Because you started.
It's
later
real.
than me.
It's real bad.
Oh shit.
It's not as much as you, but it's way too close for the amount of time I've owned a PC.
PC, exactly, because you recently built your PC.
So you said 300 hours in the base game.
300. Yeah, I can actually look right here.
I have 280.
Holy
Sheesh.
shit. Holy wait.
I mean, it's the only game you play. I can't blame
Pretty
you.
much. Yeah, 303 hours I broke.
You do have an arguably more complicated life than me, but I can't blame you.
Division, I have 206 hours for the PC version.
Yeah, like so. I guess I should state that all my other games have probably like less than 5 hours played.
Jesus.
But like,
Yeah, test server, I got 32 hours in the PUBG test server.
Jesus, I've never even thought to look at that before. I forgot that was a thing that you can track on here.
I have a feeling, though, my Warframe numbers are a little fudged because you leave the game idle, you walk away from it, and you leave it running. It still adds timer. It adds time to the game.
Oh, okay.
So you got to keep that in mind as well. You got to plus or minus some of that.
Oh,
right.
I was thinking of something that I had hundreds of hours or something that I just did, and I thought it was a game, but I forgot what it was. You know what it was, guys? I just unlocked.
What was it?
I just locked the achievement for doing over 500 hours streaming on Twitch.
Good for you.
Oh, nice, dude.
Nice,
That's awesome.
Yeah. I think it's called like an entrepreneur or something like that.
You know what it was, guys?
What? Tell me what it was.
You're just so
Boy, what is
excited,
it?
dude.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I passed over 500 hours on Twitch.
I'm excited for you.
Good for you, dude. That's awesome, man.
That achievement system in Twitch is so smart. It gamifies Twitch. Turns it into a fucking game.
Everything.
Gamify it all.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to find my Destiny time.
My Destiny.
Now we're all looking at.
We're all looking.
I know for a
Yo,
fact. I know for a fact that I put over 400 hours in one Skyrim save file. I know that for a fact.
Holy moly!
Yeah, that was my second Skyrim playthrough. Over 400 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Cool guys.
Yeah.
Look at
Sorry,
wow.
I got.
I know,
got-
you
I
guys
got
sucked you
sidetracked.
into the-
Yeah, I got
Bungie's
sidetracked.
app. They got
different?
stats on stats, dude. Like I went into the game. You can look at game history. Like look at your sessions.
I don't
See
think
what you
I've
did.
launched the Bungie app in a long time.
Clash on Retribution.
I deleted the
They
shit
give
out
you
of that.
all your team
I don't even
stats.
have it installed anymore.
Top players. You can look at
Right.
like
Nice.
efficiency opponents defeated. Like everything is fully stat based for
That's cool.
all your matchups and shit.
Nice.
Didn't know that was a
They must have done some
in-depth
work.
thing.
Yeah, they must have done some work in the app.
It's
Well,
on
at least
Destiny
we know
2,
where
though.
the work's going because it's not going into the game.
Damn, what a burn! I love it. Because it's
You hear that, Deej?
This is a nice ass app.
That looks cool.
They had
What is
this
it?
shit in the pipeline.
Destiny one.
Yeah, all your
So it's like in-depth stat trackers
Yeah.
for like each game that
very.
you play.
You go to my profile and it's like game history, but it's not. It's like
Oh, yeah.
everything, like every
That's pretty cool.
thing I chose to do in my play sessions. And if I tap
that
into
phone
here,
screen is so nice.
we're not talking about the phone screen. Yeah, we're talking about
I know. I just
the statistics and the
like
tracking
how it fills the whole phone.
that can make you a better player.
I think that's it for this week, huh, guys?
yeah.
I think the discussion kind of ended. So I'll
Yes.
play some more Radical Heights. I'll report back on how it's doing. I mean, I hope for
Does
the
it have
sake of
duos.
it has solo and duos right now. I don't think it has squads, so I download it and
I'm
we
gonna
can
do
mess
that.
around with it.
I'm gonna do that.
I hope for the development team that since their prior game, which looked really cool, kind of fell flat. I hope for the developer that this kind of takes off and finds its place. Like I said, I don't think it's going to replace anything that exists right now, but if it finds its community, I think that would be pretty cool. Oh God, I don't even know what you're doing, but
Yeah.
you can tell me later.
Here you go.
Oh,
This is the
God.
value of my Steam account.
Anywhere between
$785 and $3,000 almost
Oh, they give you like a price range because
of my Steam library.
yeah, because of when you bought stuff and what it's worth, that kind of thing.
Almost
Mine,
3,000 hours on file. My average play time is 30 hours. Was that a day or a week?
that's got to be a week.
Yeah. And you
I
can
mean, well, it
see-
can't be a day because there's only 24 of
Yeah,
them.
there are limits to these to these units of measurement.
There are some,
You
there are
can
some
see,
things you can't.
price per hour. I've gotten the most value out of Warframe because it's free.
Yeah,
So
but
that
so you got a pretty good value out of PUBG.
Oh yeah, $30 and 303 hours. Yeah,
Yeah, 10 cents per hour.
yeah, it's great.
Wow.
I mean, that's how you calculate it in your own head. Like,
Sure.
it's
$1
great
1
that they're
hour.
doing that because that's what you say to yourself. Like, if you look at if I look at Far Cry 5 and see that file
Oh,
and
Battlefield
realize I've
2
been
I
playing it, like I'm looking at
I know, right?
yo, we were talking about
That's a long
Battlefield
time.
1 earlier. I just looked at that's the only thing that I can track stats on because that's what I have on my phone.
Yeah.
67 hours. Divide the price of that and
Right.
it's like $1
Yeah.
$1 an hour.
Dude, I put 160 hours into DayZ. doing nothing
I really wish I got to play it during its prime.
during when it was
Yeah,
like.
I mean,
the
people still
hotness.
play it, dude.
Apparently, this was in the news. I didn't put this in there, but apparently it's coming back in a big way. They're changing engines.
I would love for it. It is still in alpha.
It's bad, man.
How long
It's
has the
bad.
game? The game's been around for 5 years. It's still in alpha.
Look, it's no loss on me. I spent $30 on it, and I put 160 hours into it.
you got money. You got your money worth. Yeah,
I had my fun. Me and my buddies, we had fun with it, But
that's crazy.
a lot of time in Portal. Wow.
A lot of time in Portal. A lot of time in Left 4 Dead 2 for you. Okay.
Dude.
Anyway, we're
628 hours
Yeah.
in Destiny 1 with 17 hours from deleted characters.
Oh, that keeps track of like all your consoles.
Holy
and
moly.
That's just on PS4, not
just
my
PS4.
Xbox. Adventures
yeah, I
with
know
you
how
guys.
much I did in D1.
This is D1.
I'm not
Yeah.
proud of D1.
This is, guys, 628. 628.
It's a career, man.
628 hours where you could have been a poet.
What was that?
You realize one of your consoles just turned
I
on?
don't even fucking know. 628 hours where
growing
you could have been a
sentient.
poet or an artist.
I could have learned languages. I could have learned new skills.
You
I
be
could have
speaking
built
that-
something. I could have
What,
built a
Galaxy
weren't you
house.
needed
trying to
saving.
learn Russian or something, and that never happened?
Russian's about number 20 in my list of languages. Japanese, is what I was
Japanese, you were
working on,
trying, yeah.
That fell off over the summer.
Right, because 628 hours passed.
This is 2014 and on though.
Yeah, I don't want
Don't
to.
qualify it.
I don't want to lie.
62 hours on Xbox with you
But
guys.
I know that my D1 play is a lot.
Yeah.
Like I think it's plus 800 hours.
Yeah, we did. Oh, I thought we realized we did over 1,000 hours or something.
I in my head I'm thinking 1,000, but that sounds absolutely absurd.
Maybe there's a combination of like. Well, you only
I
played
feel like
on
you could
Xbox.
do it in the. I felt like you could do it in the Xbox app. You could kind of see like how much time you've spent in a game, but maybe you
Yeah, I don't know.
you can't do that.
Did we end the show?
Yeah, I think it's over.
I think we should end the show.
I think this
I thought we
weekend did.
did.
All right, have a good week, you
Good night.
guys.
Bye, everybody.
See you next week.
Bye.
Have a wonderful week.
Is it
Yeah, what is it? What's
how
the
much was your D1 game?
628?
Oh, wait, can I see?
So bad.
Did you break 1,000? Oh,
Mine's 1372.
Oh my god!
1372.
I'm
baby.
ranked 24th out of my friends.
In what? Oh, okay. I was like, in the world.
in the amount of hours.
My number one person on my friends list has 4,600 hours of Destiny.
How? How can you play that much?
What in the fuck?